Ah, the 1500. I've read about it. This tinny beast could be 100 years old for all I know, but when the temperature hits -30, it's certainly the right car for the job. Modern art has always fascinated me. To create things you only need a garage, a blowtorch and a pile of junk. The program of events at the Hermitage. It looks like the guard isn't very enthusiastic about his duty. He's obviously quite cold. He's holding an unlit cigarette. I can go in. I have a permit.
Show it to me. Well, I doubt that I'm standing here all night long looking forward to smoking another one in the rain and cold, so that the damned American could have a private nocturnal tour.
I'm French.
French, German, or American? I don't give a damn. There's something strange about this permit. And nobody told me to let anybody inside.
Look, I don't enjoy being here any more than you do, but unfortunately, just like you, I have no choice. We don't have to make life difficult for each other, do we? This permit was issued by your superior. I think you should do what it says.
So, now you're telling me what to do. Like I said before, this permit is just a shred of drenched paper, and nobody told me to expect visitors. Unless somebody gives me different orders, it's too bad for you.
Ostankovich. Can't he leave me alone for a second?
Are you there yet?
I'm out front, but I've got a problem. The guard won't let me in.
Of course he won't just let you in. Show him the permit. Use your brains.
But I have shown... Oh, he hung up. Damn, what now? Would you like a light? I'm really sorry that you're stuck here, but if you think you're the only one Ostankovich jerks around, you're wrong. You can go home and sleep in the morning. I don't have it so easy. Let me inside. You know the permit is genuine.
Okay then, just go. Eh, what a life.
Darkness everywhere. A storm outside. I can think of more pleasant places to spend the night. I'm curious what Ostankovich wants me to do here. To find out, I should call him. Third, perhaps 4th century before Christ. A nice piece. Original, most likely. Take this amphora, for example. Even if it was fake, how could I tell in the dark? Ostankovich must have gone nuts. Nobody's going to steal this, really. I'd bet my life on that. I don't think I want to open the window. It's raining outside and it will be locked. Well, at least I can get a strong enough signal here to make a phone call. Let's hope it doesn't fade. Here I am.
Why did it take you so long? Don't try my patience, dear end. I have 2 jobs for you now. I don't trust the security system anymore. I've had the internal monitor switched off completely. My men are stationed outside the Hermitage, although they don't know why. Sad to say, you're the only person I can trust. I want you to go in tonight and take a very close look around at absolutely everything.
So I am a security guard now. What am I supposed to do? Spend the whole night walking around shining my flashlight at things, looking for intruders?
Of course not. You wouldn't make much of a security guard, would you? Take a look around. Cast your expert eye over things. To be more precise, over everything. And you better do a good job. You've only got this one night, and that's going to take some explaining.
You've dragged me all the way from France so I can walk through a museum all night long?
Spare me your hysteria, Durand. Now for your second task. I need you to examine the precious items in the museum and try to find traces of tampering. Ensure they are not counterfeits.
You sure you don't have a third job? Irrigate Africa before sunrise, Durand? You need labs and machinery for those sorts of tests. They can take days, weeks even. And you want me to look at dozens of paintings in the dark? And I'm only talking about the most expensive ones here, and tell you whether it's a forgery? You should have called a magician, not me.
Yes, I am sure there will be a few small difficulties. That's good reason to start right away. If you find something, call me immediately.
Max? What's happening? Are you in Petersburg? Did you talk to him?
Oh, did I wake you up?
Of course. Do you know what time it is? What's the story with Ostankovich?
I forgot that you go to bed early. Then again, you don't have to run around the Hermitage all night like an idiot. But don't let it disturb you. Go on sleeping.
Max, please don't get mad. He sent you to the Hermitage? Why? And do you think I've got something to do with it?
Sure, you've got nothing to do with it. It was a different Lara who made me come to Petersburg. Maybe she thought I needed an adventure.
Max, listen to me. You know we have no choice, neither of us. But he promised me this would be the last time, that he would leave you alone after this. Listen to him, please. Do it for my sake.
Okay, I'll call you in the morning. If a ghost from a painting doesn't eat me first.
See? You can still manage to joke about it. You'll survive somehow. It's only for one night.
Sure, you're right, and I'm sorry I started on you. It's his fault. That file hangs over me like the sword of Damocles.
I know. And Max,
Yes?
are you wearing your uniform? You're a night watchman after all.
You! I know who painted these paintings, when they were painted, what colors were used. But whether one of them is a forgery, no way. Not without specialized equipment. The rest of the corridor is closed off. According to what it says here, the exhibition will be open again in 14 days. Restoration work is in progress. Yes, I can see an empty wall at the end of the corridor. It's useless, no point to it. What the hell does he think I'll find here? It's high time I call Ostankovich and tell him that this whole undertaking is absurd.
What have you found? It seems a little soon for you to be calling.
Look, I've gone through the exhibits, but without proper examination I have no way of finding anything out. The only thing that struck me is that closed corridor in the Hall of Peter the Great. What happened to the painting?
The day before yesterday, the frame of the painting was damaged. Fortunately, the canvas survived and the work is being restored. Probably a vandal.
Could it be related to yesterday's system crash? Maybe it was a test to check how well the security system works.
I must say it sounds intriguing. I'll definitely have it looked into.
So, we can talk about this like reasonable people, and you'll forget about that idea. To be here.
Duran? Hello, are you there? What's going on? Duran! Stop!
Hey, stop! What was that? Someone's there. What? Somebody ran through here a moment ago and knocked down the barriers, but now he's gone. The corridor leads to the Hall of Peter the Great and doesn't go any further. That's really strange. The person must have disappeared there. What's going on here? Someone ran by me a moment ago and I don't think he could walk through walls. I can't see much to examine here. There was a painting here. It's no longer here. It's simple. And it's too dark to see more details of the wall. A bit of light could help. The flame. There's a draft coming from the bottom of the wall. Sure, there must be a secret door in this wall. But how will it open? Something's telling me the gap at the bottom of the wall has something to do with opening the secret door. A strong piece of rope. Maybe I'll need it. A strong piece of rope. Maybe I'll need it. I don't think we need to speak right now. I don't need any additional information from Ostankovich, so I won't disturb him. Now, where will the secret door lead to? The door closed itself automatically. If someone attacks me here, Ostankovich and his people won't ever find out. Surprisingly, the rags are quite dry. I'll see if I can use them for something. It's a bit rusty. I can't do much about it. Old pipes, secured with a metal bracket. The pipes are all rusty. Hardly anything will flow through them. It won't matter if I take a piece of the bracket. Oh my goodness, that was close. I could have got killed. Now the door won't shut on me. I'm not going into the dark. Who knows what the ladder's like? What if it suddenly ends in the dark before it reaches the bottom? A nice torch. It probably won't burn for long, but it should help to see what's down the ladder. At first glance, it looks safe down there, and the corridor goes further. It doesn't look like there was somebody hiding behind it. Hey, stay where you are!
Don't come any closer. I mean it. Wasn't that loose ladder enough?
Freeze! Step away from the painting, or I'll shoot! That wasn't the best idea.
Stop! Stop! Don't move!
Damn, I hope he's not armed. Leave the painting where it is.
Max should have contacted me ages ago. He's been away for more than a day. Where are you, Max? Damn! Svetlova, SWOA.
It's Pierre here. Please, Lara.
Well, well, look who's calling now. Maybe you should show up for work sometime. The analysis I did for you yesterday.
Well, it's even worse. That rat Demer told her that you did it. So Charlotte is mad at you especially.
But it wasn't my job at all.
I know I told her that, but you should be able to do it with your qualifications, huh? Fortunately, you have another chance. I need your help again in the lab.
Pierre, are you crazy? I have enough work already. Okay, let's have a deal. You worked in the States, right? Could you find out some police details on the death of Professor Abramchikov?
Sure, why not? I still have some contacts. Why don't you claim it by yourself as an official Interpol request?
No, it is actually not an official matter. I just have bad feeling. I knew him personally.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will check it out, of course. May take a bit because I'm not in Lyon at the moment.
Okay, looks like we have a deal. You send me what you figured out on Abramchikov, and I will solve your little problem in the lab. What do you need?
There's a new chromatograph in the lab. Charlotte wants to have an analysis of the forgery to get more information. Demer will do the analysis, but you have to calibrate the chromatograph. It shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I think I'll manage with the handbook.
Oh, alors, the manual is missing, but I'm sure you can handle this. The basic instructions are in the database. I have to run. Bye for now.
Pierre. Pierre! Damn it. At least Pierre put some information on the chromatograph for me in the database. As far as I know Pierre, that should be helpful. Now, where's the chromatograph? Warning. At the first calibration of the device, it is necessary to choose the calibration protocol 3. Strange. Why didn't it turn on? There's no reason for it to be turned off. Good. That's that done. Next time we should insist on a manual along with the machine. Some chemical agents used for analysis. Fortunately, this isn't part of my job. Seems I should check my email inbox. Helium gas. It really looks like it was a tragic coincidence. Professor, you didn't deserve such an end. How many times did I tell you that those night walks would be the death of you? Colonel Ostankovich is on the phone. Good morning, Colonel. Did you find anything?
Lara, Max had an accident. I think you should know.
An accident? What accident? Is he all right?
He found some long-forgotten underground area in the Hermitage. He shouldn't have gone there at all.
And what happened to him?
He fell into the water there. We found him shortly after that happened.
Oh my god. Is he alive?
It would be best if you came here at once. Come to my office. I must go now.
Ostankovich! Is he alive? What's the matter with him? Ostankovich! Oh my god! Ostankovich! I got on the first plane. What's the matter with him? Is he alive?
He's in the intensive care unit. He hasn't woken up yet. Apparently, he was under the water for some time, and the doctors are afraid of potential brain damage from oxygen deprivation. Fortunately, the water was ice cold. That slowed down his vital functions. Perhaps if someone he knows was around, it might help us to wake him up.
And how did it actually happen?
He called me from the Hermitage. The call was cut off. Somehow he'd found a hidden door leading down to the Hermitage cellars, where the most precious works used to be hidden during the war. He went down there on his own and he fell into deep water. Good thing he had enough sense to wedge the secret door open. Otherwise, he would probably be dead now.
It seems strange that he would just hang up to go to examine the cellars. That's not like Max.
At the moment, there's nothing. Hang on. Ostankovich. Yes, of course. Can he be moved? Good, thanks.
The hospital?
Yes, he's over the worst of it. He even came to his senses for a while. There doesn't seem to be any long-term damage. Now we need to get him somewhere peaceful and quiet.
Thank God. We could take him to my old flat. When I'm in France, only my aunt lives there.
That's not a bad idea. I'll arrange it. He's really lucky.
If he hadn't gone to the Hermitage in the first place, he wouldn't need luck.
You just won't stop, will you? If your attitude...
Look, he's waking up.
Where am I? What happened?
Shh, don't tire yourself out. You're safe. Everything is all right.
Am I in Petersburg? What are you doing here?
You had an accident in the Hermitage. For a while it didn't look so good for you, so I had her come here.
The Hermitage. I wanted to call you. Oh my God. That monk. There was a man there.
He's delirious. He was all alone in the building.
No. No, you don't understand. There was a man in monk's clothes, and he was taking a painting by Delaroche, the one that should hang in the gallery. I followed him, and he found a secret passage. But then he escaped.
A monk? I should call the hospital and find out if these could be hallucinations or memory problems. Head trauma can cause that.
He could hardly have hallucinated the secret passage. And as for the painting, better check that there isn't a forgery hanging in your gallery.
Of course, but I'll have to arrange it in a way that doesn't cause too much stir. In any case, I won't need you here any longer. You can go back to Lyon.
I'd rather stay with him until he recovers more.
Your concern for him is certainly touching. But your presence here could draw the attention of Interpol to what happened here. You don't have to worry about him. He's important to me. I'll look after him myself.
Max, what did we get ourselves into? Take care of yourself here. When you wake up, I'll be back in Lyon. I will tell my aunt that you will stay here for a few days. An old family keepsake. I remember my mum making tea for me in it. My old notebook. from back when I didn't use PDAs and other gadgets. I'd better let him sleep. My aunt never really recovered from Sergei's death. No wonder. She lost her only son. Perhaps that's why she refuses to let go of all that occult nonsense. I like my aunt, but her world is full of ghosts and the supernatural. Well, I guess it's too late to try to change her. When I was little, my aunt would put my hair in plaits in front of this mirror. I can still remember it. My tarot readings were never favorable. Moreover, their predictions usually came true. I've already offered to buy a decent TV for her. But would she agree?
He looks a bit like Sergei, don't you think? Although he was a bit taller and had fair hair.
Maybe a little bit. So you don't mind him staying here for a while?
Of course not. You have feelings for him, don't you?
I feel responsible for him. He's in this mess because of me.
There's something strange about him. But I think you would make a nice couple.
You think so? Max and me? No, it would never work, I'm sure.
You are too transparent, my little girl. How on earth can you be a policewoman?
You're the only one who takes me for a little girl these days. But let's stop this. You will look after him, won't you? And don't scare him, no cards.
The cards were good for your grandma, your mama, and for me too. Perhaps you should change your mind about them, Laura.
We've been through this before. Let's leave it for another day, shall we? I've got to go now. Take care. Take care, Max.
Dreams. Windows into other worlds, into pleasant memories, into the darkest corners of the conscience. We don't choose dreams. They choose us.
You're finally up and about. You were always a world-class sleeper, but a whole day? That's impressive even by your standards.
And I see you haven't lost your taste for childish humor. How did you get here, Andre?
Lara called me. She said my big brother was on the verge of dying. So naturally, I jumped on the first plane here. I was worried I might need to donate my blood or a kidney or something, but here you are, sleeping away.
You shouldn't have come. I'm up to my neck in something scary.
Still the overprotective older brother, eh? I took time off and I'm staying here until you go home.
I'm being forced into this by the cops. And you know why. I can't just leave.
Well, that's another reason for me to stick around and keep you out of trouble. I'm staying and that's final. Now, how about getting some fresh air? It'll do you good.
I had a terrible dream. Do you remember how you fell into the lake? It's a bad omen.
To tell the truth, I've got better memories. And you can't scare me away with talk of bad omens either. Now, move it. We won't get anywhere by standing around chatting. And now it's one thing after the other. What do they want from you?
Well, it'll take a long time to explain.
And do you have anything to drink here? I haven't had a drop since I landed.
Damn it, Andre, how do you manage to make everything seem so banal?
Make yourself at home, brother, and tell me everything.
You're driving me crazy. Good. There were 2 break-ins in the Hermitage on 2 consecutive nights. On top of that, I was there at the time of the second break-in.
Sure. And you finished off your party with the thieves with a nice cool bath. Lara told me all about it.
In any case, at the last moment I caught a glimpse of the stolen painting. The Christian Martyr, by Paul de la Roche.
That's a great clue. Now all you have to do is find out who would be interested in the work of art.
That's just it. Hundreds of traffickers and collectors would be interested in such a painting. It's just too large a group of people.
Hey, don't think like a policeman. After all, you sold paintings yourself. Think like a criminal.
Are you going to hold that over me for the rest of my life? Wait, Andre, you are right. This could really lead us somewhere. I just need to find out who specializes in the 19th century. I still have the email address of an old contact, Malvin. He should be able to gather some interesting information.
Exactly, because the seller will need an expert to assess the work. See, you'll figure it out yourself in the end. Let's get down to work now.
Thanks. You really helped me. Please hold on a second. Let me write the mail to Malvin, and then I will come back to you. I have something else on my mind to talk about.